Let's get off with the first bit of Holly's and Hathaway binge experience, because one of the films we have already reviewed, because Sean's and I in the cinema. We'll leave that till the end, but we'll get onto your Anne Hathaway, and this is Eileen. So tell us all about Eileen. I believe this is Thomasine Mackenzie and Anne Hathaway in a prison in the 60s.
That is correct.
Oh,
Yes.
come on, Eileen.
Okay, so his name is Eileen, and she is a woman in her early 20s working in the prison in a secretarial role. She's clearly quite sort of disillusioned with life. It's set in, don't say in Boston, based upon the accents. And she is the daughter of a retired, very drunk police officer whose mother died some years previously. And her life is somewhat bleak. And suddenly at work, a new member of staff turns up, the very glamorous Anne Hathaway, playing a character called Rebecca, who is a psychologist slash psychiatrist. She's a medically trained doctor, and she is there to work with the prisoners. It's a male prison, and to help, resolve issues and things. And it's clearly a sort of rough and ready time. But Rebecca and Eileen start to sort of get to know each other a bit. Rebecca is very dynamic, charismatic, beautifully blow-dried blonde hair, lovely clothes, walks around with a cigarette in her hand and a beautiful coat, just looking desperately wonderful.
Yes.
And Eileen is clearly taken with her as a person, and Rebecca becomes particularly interested in one of the young men in the prison who is there for having killed his father, and who is the son of a former police officer. So you see their relationship growing through the lens of, actually a slightly almost emotionally unstable Anne Hathaway, who's very, I say dynamic, and there's also emotionally unstable, it always feels, and somewhat troubled young woman, Eileen. And with Anne Hathaway trying to sort of understand things along, with this young man along the way, and her own life, and they bond through varying sort of layers of commonality, even though they're clearly very, very different people. And it's very well done. I think Sean, you would like it particularly for the stylistic production.
I think even seeing the trailer of this, the period setting, I thought would appeal to Sean.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I'll have to check this one then.
I think you'd really, really like it. It just captures the
era,
the whole period, the structure, filming, the way it unfolds, the way the credits work, everything about it is just precisely put together. I couldn't absolutely tell you if I liked it. I thought it was incredibly good. And those two are not necessarily mutually inclusive. So I'm going to give it a 4 because I thought it was so well done. And it left me with questions, but in a good way.
All right. And which streaming platform was this on?
It was on Sky.
All right, so Sky Cinema.
It must have been in the cinema at some point, but I don't remember seeing anything about it.
Oh yeah, it was in the cinema. I did see stuff about it, but in my new stage of life, I didn't go to the cinema. So yeah, and did not get to see it. And
Sean needs to watch it.
Okay.
Watch it
like loads of other stuff. Yeah.
Really.
Okay, and as I